Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today we have here this Alfa 147 and I have a camber issue, a very big issue, where I have to try to solve this. Now, most of the issues with this camber on these cars, it is because the car is too low, and for that the upper control arm goes a little bit inwards and the car gains that negative camber, okay? On this case, this car has to do a special MOT because it was involved on an accident and now it has to be kind of like certified to be roadworthy again. For that, I will try here this eccentric bushings on the top control arm. Okay, you may have seen this on some web pages and some Facebook groups and whatnot. I'll try to deal with this, okay? Try to sort this out. Here on this side, I have 1.5, Here on this side, on the right side, around 1.5 degrees of negative camber. From factory, they say the ideal is around half of degree. I have some margin for error. I have between 0.28 and between 1.8, okay, not 8, 1.08, okay. So between, let's round it up, between 110 and 0.30. All is negative, okay. I am now with 126 and I need to put this, I will put it at half a degree, okay. So here on this device, this is a very, well, actually it is not mine, but it is very valuable. I will zero it out, not at 0, but at the same value that I have on the paper. So about 1.5 degrees. So the bubble should be between 1 and 2 negative degrees. Once I disassemble all of this area over here, I already showed you how to do that. I will insert here this bushings. I also told you how to replace them and to maintain them. These are the same way. And then with the special wrench that it has somewhere over here, I will maneuver them, both of them, that one and that one, in a way that appears over here only half of degree, okay? On the left side of the car, the same thing. You can also try to do this with your phone. Your phone may have a bubble, a level with a bubble, okay? But you have to consider that the car itself may not be straight here on the ground and everything else, so you have to be very sure what is happening. Plus, in this way, it is a physical way to see the actual movement happening, and that way sorting this out, okay? Do one step at a time because, well, if you have two tools, you can do the two sides at the same time, but having only one of these tools, I will do this side and then do the other one, okay? So after this, you always have to go to the alignment shop to do that fine, really fine tuning. I just wanted to be close enough, okay? And then you have to adjust your toe in or out, okay? In this car, I like 0, but as we have to do a technical inspection of the second degree, a special one, we have to use the factory data, okay? And also with the correct amount of camber, you can use the factory alignment on the car, on the front of the car, okay? And so I was thinking here to do all the way back because I also need some, well, in Portuguese is advanced, in English is, well, I don't have the English. Well, it's the angle between the top of the shock absorber and the bottom of the spindle over there. So it is this angle over here. I need some of that as well. Probably I can do the camber and that other angle with those components. Let's see, okay? That angle is not very crucial for what I need, but if I can get it better still, right? So I'll start with this position over here, and then which is kind of neutral, okay, on both sides. That position on both sides, and then with everything assembled with the wrench, I'll try to put the half a degree of camber on it. One question that sometimes people have is about the shock absorber and fork assembly. On this dual control arm assembly, this dual control arm setup, this shock absorber assembly has nothing to do with problems with camber or the other angle that I told you about. Because, as you can see, the spindle over here is only controlled by the top and lower control arm. Even if these parts over here were not present, it has nothing to do with angles, okay? Another thing that I will do here is the height of the car was a little bit off, or on the front was a little bit too low, and on these kinds of MOT that I will do, that can be a problem because they will measure, and if it is too low, it can fail. So I can adjust a little bit, just a little bit, the height of the car, and maybe enough to give me a little bit more of an advantage. I already told you how that's done, and if you want to know, it is down on the description. By the way, everything that I did not show on this video is down on the description so you to see, okay? So my value is saved over here. Can be worse actually, but do not worry. Well, it's actually better. So we need just a little bit to get it right. Make sure this level is also good. Okay. We now need to alleviate here this nut and hold on to that bolt. Okay, or we can leave it just loose, ready to go. And I'll try to mess with this one, I believe. Okay, because I want to keep this one further back so I can maintain my angle that I cannot recall the name, and I will give it just a little bit out so I can get rid of this camber. Okay, let's see. So then the alignment shop will do a more precise work. For that, the wheel liner is out and off so they can work a little bit better. Videos for that are down on the description. So trying to the left side, for example, I think it's not important. Yes, it's working. Let's see if we have enough travel for this application. I can do the other one a little bit back. Nope. The other side. So you have to play with it a little bit to get it just right. Get it now, okay. We are at 0.75. We are within range, but I want more, okay. I think we are really at half of a degree of camber. So on this side we are good, we can go all the way. Now while we are adjusting or tightening that bolt, that large bolt, check if the level stays put, okay? So the factory says to have it between 0.38 and 1.08, and I like to go halfway down the middle, so it means about half a degree, because if the car goes to a pothole or something, even if it moves a bit, it moves in between the tolerances. So over here on this side I did the same, obviously, and I found out that the eccentrics over there only can give me 1 degree to each side of movement. So I have 2 degrees of camber on this side. I have to have half of degree. So the tools were, not the tools, the eccentrics were able to take me out 1, so I have another degree, and I replaced here this spindle with another one which had half of degree of bend to it, okay? So in that way, half plus 1 more that I could adjust over there gives me exactly half of degree of camber, okay? And that is the max that those eccentrics can give me, okay? So I hope on the floor, on the ground, that does not change too much, but then again, for that it will go to alignment shop to do its work, okay? Okay, the car is on the ground, it's ready to go to the alignment shop. Now, with the correction, I have a lot of toe out, and for that, I need to really go to the alignment shop. To verify here on the floor the angle of the camber, you have to square this up with the floor that you are working on, and you can do it with a square or something else, okay? And I already did it, and it is near enough for what I need, okay? So again, the professional alignment will take care of that. On the rear, I already did the alignment there on the professional, and it's all okay. On the rear, we only see camber and toe in or out, and that is good, okay? And that's it, the car is ready. The car is already gone actually, and is back on the road. Everything went okay. The car went to the alignment shop. Everything was perfect. Just the alignment, the fine-tuned alignment that it did, and it went to the special MOT to do its thing, and it passed with flying colors, and the car is back to the owner, okay? So I just want to show you here on my workshop what I'm working on, and at the moment I do have a lot of cars to work in. This one is mine, the black one too, but this one, for example, here came from another workshop because they did the timing belt and it was terrible. This car over here, for example, is doing a engine repair. This one, you already know what's happening. That Fiat Strada is here for some suspension issues. The ball joints have some play on the control arms. I have a 156 there for a sunroof. I have a Giulietta with a check engine light and a rough idle. I have this SW over here for some loss of power. This is the 105 JTD engine, the earlier ones. It's already solved. Now I will do some maintenance. I have the Brera over there with the same condition that you know about at this point. This one over here is here for the total service and some repairs. It is waiting for the response of the customer. And that one over there, that twin spark one, the clutch pedal is going to the floor, and I do have videos for that down on the description, okay? This one over here was to be scrapped, but meanwhile the customer wants to save it again, and that will be revived with a good used engine. I have my 33s over here. The project is a little bit stuck because I have no time at all to work on them, unfortunately. And I have here this SW doing an engine swap. The one that was here was really bad. I have a very rare 33 sport wagon. This is awesome to do a total service, and the engine misfire as well. And also, I'll do a video for that, a oil pressure light blinking when it's hot, okay? I have a Fiat Punto here with a 1.3 multi-jet engine that he is doing. I will start to do the treatment for the piston rings. I already did on that Alfa Romeo over there. It is ready to go. And I have two Ypsilons over here. One over here is doing a engine head off because it was burning coolant. And this one over here sometimes has loss of power. The 166 3.2 liter V6 engine is doing here some work that you know already. I believe the video is already out. It is engine out to do some timing, some gearbox, to do camshafts, to do clutch, a total service and whatnot. In this one over here, unfortunately the engine went to, it went kaboom on the MOT accelerating, and the engine is not good, okay? It's waiting for the other 166 to get out of there, and this one will be the next to go engine out and repair, okay? If I can find parts. If not, it will go to spare parts, because this is a V6 turbo, the 2 liter. It is not very common. It is here in Portugal, but not around the world. Okay, and this is the old V6 for the 156 that I did the engine swap. This is core, so it will be sold as is to another customer to do an engine repair with 2 engines to make one. Okay, I have another car that is not here today. It is with my employees at the moment, doing some errands in the. It is a 156 twin spark, just like this one, but it is a Bordeaux one. It was with the issue with the battery was discharging overnight very rapidly. It had half of an amp of consumption, and I did solve the problem. And also had the problem with the windows not working on the back of the car, also solved. And it had a problem with the sound system. It was not working at all, just the one tweeter was working, and it is already solved too. It is just like this one, okay, and the same year and everything else. And it had also some suspension noises. Even though the customer did replace everything, it still was making some noises, and it is because some parts that they bought, it was from that very famous website where the top control arms do not come lubricated, and it was because of that it was making some noise, okay. So guys, if you need more videos, down on the description, you really have a lot of stuff that can and will be useful for you, about clutches, about engine outs, about well, clutches again and gearboxes, general service, brakes, drum brakes, disc brakes, how to do the service, how to do the procedure here for the piston rings, how to do so many things, how to do there the timing for the twin sparks, the timing for the multi-jet engines, for the JTD engines, for the V6 engines, how to do suspension work, how to do, I don't know, you guys check it out. I really do have a lot of stuff down onto the description, okay. Also down on the description, if you want to give me a little bit of help here on the 33, I have the Patreon for that and other ways to help me out with that. And for the 75, which is right after the 166, the SE engine is on the machine shop, but other stuff is to be done, and I also do need a little bit of help for that, okay. If you are able to do so, I really do appreciate it, okay. See you next time, guys. Bye.